In the long and arduous journey of a dancer's growth, there exists a form of training that never sees the spotlight, yet underpins every breathtaking movement on stage: soft skill training, or Wan Gong in Chinese. It may not be as dazzling as a technical combination or as emotionally stirring as a live performance, but it forms the unshakable foundation of every dancer's craft. Behind every graceful turn, every precise leap, every steady pose, lies the invisible accumulation of years of silent, disciplined flexibility training. This training is the source of physical control. It is where flexibility, balance, endurance, and even mental resilience begin to take root. The elegance audiences see is only the surface of what is, in fact, a finely tuned instrument of will and body coordination, sculpted day by day through invisible, monotonous, and often painful repetition. Soft skill training never appears in program booklets, nor is it scored in competitions. Yet its importance far exceeds many achievements that can be measured. If dance is an art of emotional expression through the body, then Wan Gong is the language class where that expression is painfully learned. Without it, even the finest technique becomes unsustainable, and the loftiest artistic pursuit becomes unreachable. A dancer without solid flexibility and control is like a poet with no words, a soul full of feeling, but no means to articulate it. Most dancers begin this training at a very young age, some as early as 6 or 7. From that age, they begin their days not with cartoons or breakfast at home, but with intense physical exertion. Training often starts before dawn. At 6:30 in the morning, when the lights in the dance studio are still dim and the air carries the last chill of the night, the children are already lined up silently, mentally preparing for the pain to come. The stillness is not from sleepiness, but from a quiet anticipation of the physical challenge that awaits. Some sit cross-legged, eyes closed. Others quietly stretch, warming up muscles that are still cold and tight. A few steal glances at the instructor's shoes approaching, bracing for the first round of corrections and pressure. The routines are fixed and grueling: leg stretches, back bends, splits, hip presses, shoulder openings. Each seemingly simple movement is, in reality, a direct challenge to the body's limits. Mornings are especially difficult. The body is cold, stiff, and more prone to pain. Among the most basic, and most painful, exercises is leg stretching. One leg rests on the bar while the upper body bends forward. The pain of muscles and tendons being stretched radiates clearly through the nerves. From the base of the thigh to the calf, even down to the knee joint, it feels like an invisible string being pulled to its breaking point. The sensation blurs the line between stretching and suffering. To ensure deeper stretches, instructors will often apply additional pressure. Sometimes they press down with their hands, other times, they use their feet to apply force. These assists often push the student closer to their physical limits. Children frown, tremble, turn pale. Some bite their lips. Most remain silent, holding back their tears, not daring to stop or complain. They know too well, stopping could mean being called out, being scolded, or worse, extra repetitions. There's a silent code in the room: the more you endure, the faster you grow. And so, they endure. Backbends present a different kind of challenge. They demand extraordinary flexibility in the spine and strength in the core. In the beginning, many children can't fully relax their bodies. Their movements are stiff and unbalanced, and getting up from a deep bend can feel nearly impossible. Sometimes, they experience dizziness or shortness of breath midway through. But the training does not wait for recovery. They are expected to adapt, to push forward, to meet the standard, no matter how they feel. Hold it longer, the teacher says. Don't collapse. Try again. Perhaps the most difficult aspect of soft skill training is that progress is painfully slow and barely measurable. After months of effort, a dancer might gain only a centimeter more in flexibility, or a slightly deeper arch in the back. These small gains can shatter a young dancer's patience and confidence. There's no applause, no stage, no certificate, only pain and repetition. For many, it is a double burden: physical pain and emotional fatigue. Yet they must convince themselves to keep going. There are no shortcuts. Unlike performance technique, which can sometimes be enhanced through bursts of strength or creativity. Soft skill training is about daily, incremental progress. It requires focused repetition, careful attention to form, and long-term persistence. It's not uncommon for students to feel deeply frustrated. Why can she already do a perfect split while I'm still struggling? Why does my body feel so stiff and painful every day? But with enough time and perseverance, change comes. Their legs open a little wider, their backs bend a little deeper. Their lines become cleaner, their bodies more in sync. These subtle improvements may go unnoticed by outsiders, but the dancers know. They feel it in the way they move, the way their body obeys a command more fluidly. This strength, forged through pain and repetition, becomes the foundation of elegance and composure on stage. It builds not only a more capable body, but a stronger will. Dancers learn how to endure discomfort, how to stay disciplined, how to remain composed under pressure. These lessons spill into life beyond the studio, forming the core of who they are as people. The audience sees only the final result, radiant performers gliding across the stage, confident and graceful. What they don't see are the early mornings, the silent struggle, the cold floors, the sweat-soaked mats, or the countless moments when a child fought back tears and got up again. That unseen process, that quiet, punishing training, is the dancer's true origin story. And perhaps that's why every dancer who eventually stands under the spotlight has a story filled with hardship. That dimly lit dance studio, the one that lights up earlier than the rest of the world, is where countless dreams begin. Before sunrise, with cold air and silent rooms, the children are already dressed, sitting on the floor, stretching. Outside the windows, the city sleeps. Inside, dreams are taking shape. Each groan, each tremble, each whispered count under breath is another thread in the tapestry of their future artistry. In the end, it is these bodies, shaped by discipline and marked by pain, that bring the highest beauty to the stage. And those tears and sweat shed during childhood, in the name of soft skill training, are eventually caught by the warmth of the spotlight and the applause of the audience. They don't simply perform, they embody every moment of sacrifice that brought them there. And through them, the audience sees not only beauty, but the strength it takes to create it.